Hello everyone, back with an IRS tax refund update. On today's episode, as many of you continue to wait on those tax refunds, in some cases up to 5 months now, the IRS has finally addressed the ongoing delays only a day before a critical report on the IRS was released, which conflicts with part of what the IRS is reporting and also disputes the timeline in which you can expect to receive your tax refund, so we'll go over that. Meanwhile, the IRS is already indicating they will not be implementing changes next year to improve tax processing. Now, this week we got an update not only from the IRS, but the release of the National Taxpayer Advocate Report on the status of the IRS this year and the problems that are ongoing. Starting off with you electronic filers who are continuing to experience delays, there were over 12 million tax returns containing errors requiring adjustments. So even if your tax return was error-free, this is one of the main reasons you're experiencing delays, as yours has essentially been put on hold while the IRS fixes those incorrect returns. Why this has become a bigger problem versus past years is because 2021 was the first year we saw those advanced CTC payments being sent out. The rollout and administering of those was yet another issue from the IRS, which has led to errors and delays for even those not claiming CTC. So as much as it is a cause of the problem, the situation is really beyond any acceptable excuse at this point. Really, you are all owed transparency, which clearly you're not getting in dealing with this. Tax processing, especially with simple returns, is a very easy process, but without proper systems in place, this is a problem that is going to cause your delays. Paper filers continue to see the worst of it. The NTA report stated there were 21 million paper returns still needing processing, yet the IRS disputed that and said there were 19 million, which contradicts their own website, which puts it at 9 million. So if they can't get the numbers right, how can they get these returns processed? An update for those of you waiting on tax refunds from last year. The IRS has stated any error-free tax return submitted in 2021 will be processed by the end of June, at which point resources will finally be devoted to processing returns filed this year. The question that ultimately all of you want answered is, when will the IRS finally clear the backlog, get your return processed, and refund issued? They have stated their goal is by December. However, the National Taxpayer disputes that and expects that to be after the start of the 2023 tax season. The IRS processes 205,000 tax returns a week, and we need to double that to 500,000 returns a week to meet the December goal, which makes it very unlikely at this point. If you're sending correspondence to the IRS, such as an appeal to a form like the CP2000 as seen here, it is taking the IRS on average 8 months to respond to most correspondence at this point. And if you're a victim of ID theft where your social security number was taken and someone fraudulently obtained your refund, it is taking them 1 year to resolve identity theft cases. For those who are attempting to reach the IRS by phone, know how difficult that continues to be, as the IRS is answering just 10% of phone calls this year versus 25% answered in 2019. Now, as each paper tax return must manually be entered into the IRS system, last year there was an error rate of 22% in the processing of paper returns. Many of you paper filers continue to ask why the IRS does not show your tax return as being received, and that is because they do not enter it into the system when they receive it in the mail. It is open and placed on a cart for processing. Now, the easy fix for this is to use barcode technology on tax returns, which would allow them to scan it into the system when they receive it in the mail, which in turn will notify you that it has in fact been received. Barcodes and scanning technology can also be used in the automatic processing of your tax returns like many states use. It will speed up processing and the issuing of refunds, but it will also reduce the errors. Despite the IRS being told all of this, they have indicated they will not be using barcodes in 2023, so they are aware of what can make things easier for all of you, but still will not do it. The NTA report also suggested the IRS should have been using more of the $1.5 billion they received in funding from the American Rescue Plan to help address the backlog, such as new systems and employees. The IRS has responded saying they need consistent multi-year funding so they can plan and implement technology upgrades, which ultimately means we will not be seeing any significant changes in the years ahead. With the IRS not using additional funding they've already received and refusing to implement changes that would make tax processing easier and more efficient, we really expect more trouble in the years ahead. Next year's tax season is already looking like it may be a repeat of this year. You have been all failed in this process with mixed messages, conflicting information, and the inability to get the job done. Let us know in the comments section below what problem you're currently experiencing. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.